YouTube, what's up? We got a new kind of video today. I actually want to talk about Warzone and how much of a pain in the ass it's been. Not for me, not for you, but everybody entirely. Just a conversation about it. With this, we also have a gameplay of actually a trios game win. I just thought to myself, you know what? Let's have some commentary in the background just to talk about what's going on, what we should be thinking about, and how we can make this a better experience for everybody. Okay? If it doesn't go in a positive direction, this game is going to be history. It's going to be history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell. Also, join me on my live stream on Twitch and follow me on TikTok for my latest content. Let's first talk about the biggest issue, in my opinion. It's going to be hackers. There's literally hackers everywhere. People can buy it so easily, and not to mention, it's just a shit way of winning. You know, the fact that all these people are just making accounts, going out there, getting into Warzone and just killing everyone down doesn't make sense. It's definitely been a huge issue maybe in the beginning of the year, and as of recently it has died down a bit. Or you can also say from a different perspective that cheaters have become more fine-tuned on what they can change. Essentially, the big question is going to be, is there an anti-cheat coming? From what I could see on their posts on their support page, I see that they have an in-house, an internal anti-cheat, but I don't understand, like, when they're saying internal anti-cheat, clearly it's not something that immediately triggers when someone runs the game. That's for sure. The real question in this case is going to be hardware ID bans. This way it actually does a whole profile on your machine, whether it be a PS4, a PS5, an Xbox, a PC, whatever it may be. It needs to gather that profile, make a whole conglomerate list, a huge list of all the people that want to screw up the game or screw up the actual fun time people can have on this game from everyone else, make a list and permaban them. And of course, there should be a support page, and there is, that people that get falsely accused or even genuinely falsely accused to actually temporarily ban it and then get rid of it. There needs to be proof of all this, you know. Like, from what I could see, I searched up Valorant. Valorant actually has their own hardware ID bans. So essentially, when you run or boot up your system, it literally does a whole profile scan of your PC to make sure there's no bullshit inside of it, which means if you have any kind of hacks or anything, you're immediately going to get flagged and you're going to get banned. And I feel maybe this is a route that Activision has to go about. I mean, when you run Battle.net, when someone turns out on their PS5, I feel like hackers or cheaters need to be caught on their system. All these companies, Sony, Microsoft, Activision, these publishers in general, I feel like they need to work together on this to really combat all these hackers and everything. So my only question for Activision is, what's preventing them from being able to do a whole hardware ID scan? The next thing I want to talk about, it's going to be the lack of genuine new content. Now, throughout Warzone, we've had plenty of things come into play. We had the bunkers, we had the metro system, then we had a new gulag, and then most recently we had a ship that just came and docked, bringing zombies. Now, this is all to bring up the whole fact that, like, oh, there's a nuke coming, but I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? We compare this to Fortnite, Apex, or if you want, PUBG. Fortnite always has new content. It could be new guns, new maps, changes in the map, whatever it may be. There's always things happening on Fortnite. So that's a very hard thing to actually battle up against, especially if you're looking at Epic Games versus, say, in this case, what, Ravesoft, Infinity Ward, or Treyarch. And you can compare it right there. If you need to outsource, it's outsourced. It's up to Activision how they buy their resources. All we really got as a change to, like, an actual fundamental change is the fact that we had a gulag change, and the fact that we had to rappel up a tall building, and also a big ship was added. Let's be real here. Those were the actual meaningful updates that people wanted, because whoever got on top of the building really had an advantage. But I really feel like you could add more wires to a lot of these buildings, so it's easier to get up on people that have exploited a building. You can definitely add new buildings, especially when you look at farmland and that whole bottom corner there. It's just open land, the entire thing. Okay, and not to mention the bottom half of the map that shows in the actual big box map, it's fucking water. What's the point of that? At least Blackout did changes to the aspect that they actually changed colors into the game. They made it fall season, winter season, and everything. If they even added something like that, that would be cool. There are places where there's a whole winter vibe and snow and everything, which is cool, but I feel like if they actually did it to the seasons, that might be a really good, interesting thing that could happen. The biggest thing that I have an opinion that I have a really hard time with is probably going to be the whole dollar to a number of players on a team count. I feel like 10,000 across the board doesn't make sense for a loadout. I feel like a loadout should be probably around $5,000 per person, or when they really introduced it in the beginning, $6,000 was how much a loadout would cost in the beginning of the game. When Warzone came out, loadout was 6,000. Instead, what they should do is 6,000 per person. So essentially, if you're playing solos, it's 6,000. If you're playing duos, it's 12,000. If you're playing trios, it's 18,000. And then if it's quads, it's 24,000. Yes, a lot of people are going to hate this. Yes, a lot of people are not going to be able to actually pull out a loadout. But at the same time, say if you do a supply run, you know, you do a supply run, your things cost 50%. Okay, 24,000 down to 12,000. That makes it a lot more easier, doesn't it? Ravesoft does have a huge plate that was not worked on at all. I mean, it's like 9 to 10 months after Warzone came out that they decided, okay, this is a very big project, which they should have known in the first 6 months when everyone just enjoyed the game. So I think what Ravesoft really needs to do is communicate these things more. I mean, so far, I'm looking at their Twitter page, and this is their voice outlet essentially, and it's talking about bans, which is important for everybody, but I feel like they need to have some kind of a roadmap on what is being worked on and everything. I think if I recall, there was something like that, but it was more for fixes. Like Ravesoft was doing more of the support work, and I think we need to know more about what are the other developers really doing. What is Infinity Ward doing? What is Treyarch doing? Are they working alongside to make Warzone a better experience? The moment a new BR comes out, say as an example, there's a lot of information coming out for Halo BR and Halo Infinite, and I'm expecting something like November 2021 release. If Halo comes out, it's gonna be a great game. People from Halo 3 days or even current Halo days are gonna like just swarm in there, 100%. And I'm sure they're learning the mistakes that Activision has done about having no anti-cheat. They're gonna get rid of all the hackers. They're gonna have good colors. They're gonna have fun gameplay. They're gonna have fun guns. They're gonna have nostalgic people. The only thing they're gonna have to work on is just new content. And I'm sure they're gonna learn all this. And I don't understand why Warzone or Activision themselves don't realize that they're coming to a tipping point here where people just don't like the game and are just playing other games to satisfy their gaming needs to have a pleasant time, and instead are just prioritizing all these people that are just either abusing the system or just giving everyone a shit time playing their game. They really need to fix this. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything you saw here. I had some gameplay in the background of all this, so I hope you guys like this. Remember, if you like this kind of content, put a like on it, smash the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel, and put comments below. I really do read these, and I really want feedback from you guys. Keep being awesome. Don't forget, we're all in this together. See you guys. Booyah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell. Also, join me on my live stream on Twitch, and follow me on TikTok for my latest content.
Stand down. This concludes the exercise. Perseus sends the regards.